Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today we'll be showcasing a double dark team with ALOLAN RATICATE and ALOLAN MUK in the KANTO Cup. So let's see how it goes. Moving into the first match, we have a neutral lead against Lapras. Honestly, it's quite good to see the Lapras in the lead as my Nidoqueen can avoid it. I am going straight for the return. Do they respect it? Unfortunately they do. They are double shielding the Lapras, which means they are probably very weak to dark types in the back. If that's the case, then ALOLAN MUK will have a party in the back. I will bring in the Nidoqueen just to soak the damage, and then it's ALOLAN MUK time. And they have a ALOLAN MUK of their own. I try to call their Dark Pulse bid, but they Sludge Wave me. I have to start shielding something, and then I will overform by a 1 and go for the Sludge Wave. This should take out the MUK, and they have a HYPNO in the back. We just have to reach the Dark Pulse. They try to catch the move, but we have 2 Dark Pulses now. And ALOLAN MUK closes strong in the KANTO Cup. Moving on to the next match, we have a neutral lead against Nidoqueen. I will tank the Poison Fang and then I am going straight for the return. They try to call the bait, but we return them and it does huge damage, almost taking out the Nidoqueen. And they bring out a HYPNO to my ALOLAN MUK. This is a very dominant matchup for the ALOLAN MUK, and we can spam out the Dark Pulses even before they reach one move. Dark Pulse takes out the Shadow HYPNO and my opponent quits the match. Moving on to the next match, we have a dominant lead against ALOLAN Marowak. They immediately save swap into Nidoqueen, and just like last time, I will tank the Poison Fang and then go for the return. Do they respect the damage? They do not, and it one-shots the Nidoqueen. And they have a ALOLAN Persian in the back, so my opponent is running some serious spice. But from here, I can easily align the Nidoqueen to the ALOLAN Persian and have my ALOLAN MUK matched up with the ALOLAN Marowak. I'll go for the Poison Fang debuff, and we get the shield as well. And from here, we just have to reach 2 Dark Pulses. I'll shield up the Bone Club, even though I don't need to. We reach back to back Dark Pulses. The first one gets the shield, and the next one takes out the ALOLAN Marowak, and we win the game. Moving on to the next match, we have a kind of negative lead against ALOLAN Grimer. I switch and I catch the move onto ALOLAN MUK. Unfortunately, it was a Sludge Bomb. I can tank another Crunch and then go for the Sludge Wave. This will do some solid chip damage, and my opponent catches the move onto a Snorlax. From here, I'll bring in the Nidoqueen and go for an aggressive farm down. We completely farm them down, and their final mon is an ALOLAN Marowak, and this game is over. We go for the Poison Fang bait. I try to reach the Earth Power, but we cannot reach it. But we have back-to-back crunches loaded. Can tank whatever they throw, and they bring back the ALOLAN Grimer. We have to shield the Sludge Bomb, and then I can farm them down, and my opponent quits the match. Moving on to the next match, we have a neutral lead against Blastoise. Blastoise is a pretty difficult mon to deal with, as the Hydro Cannon and Water Gun just keeps adding up. I build up to the return and going for the Crunch bait, and we get the shield. From here, I won't be able to reach the return before they reach a Hydro Cannon, so I'll go for the Crunch to do some chip damage, and then I'll catch the Hydro Cannon onto ALOLAN MUK. From here, we can completely snarl them down and have a lot of loaded energy. They bring in the Nidoqueen They try to catch the Dark Pulse onto Raticate, but we hold on to their energy and we get their final shield. This is a bite ALOLAN Raticate, so they are doing a lot less damage and we can spam out the crunches. Now I'll let the ALOLAN Raticate go, and from here is Shadow Nidoqueen time. I'll significantly overfarm and then go for the Poison Fang to take it out, and then we just have to reach the Earth Power. Earth Power banishes the opposing Nidoqueen and we win the game. Moving on to the next match, we got kind of laggy and we have a neutral lead against ALOLAN Sandslash. Since they are running Powder Snow on their ALOLAN Sandslash, this is a much difficult matchup for the Raticate. I switch and I catch the move onto ALOLAN MUK. I have to start shielding something as they seem to be pretty weak in the back to dark types. And they safe switch into a Pidgeot, but we have a lot of loaded energy. We can go for back-to-back Dark Pulses here. I'll bring in the Nidoqueen just to soak the damage, and they Feather Dance bait me. From here I'll go for the Poison Fang to take out this Pidgeot. They bring back the ALOLAN Sandslash, but we have a loaded Crunch. I will shield here as they seem to be pretty weak to dark types and commit to the farm down. They have a Hypno in the back, but we have back-to-back crunches. First crunch gets them very low. The second crunch takes out the Nidoqueen. We farm down the ALOLAN Sandslash and we win the game. Moving into the final match, we have a neutral lead against ALOLAN Sandslash. But this is a Shadow Claw ALOLAN Sandslash, and this is a much better matchup for the ALOLAN Raticate. We can spam out the crunches from here. They bring out an ALOLAN Ninetales, and from here it's Shadow Nidoqueen time. I'll shield up the Wither Ball and then commit to the farm down. They have a Blastoise in the back and we are going for the Poison Fang bait. We get the shield and now it's Earth Power time. Earth Power lands, doing huge damage to the Blastoise, and we take out the Blastoise. From here, I'll just shield up this Ice Punch and reach the Crunch. Crunch is more than enough to take out the ALOLAN Sandslash and we win the game. Nidoqueen Double Dark lineup has always been one of the most consistent lineups for any league, and the Kanto Cup meta is not any different. I went on a 12-3 run with it and I definitely recommend using it. Anyways, thank you for watching and I will see you on the next one.